Alright. Shalom, shalom. Real Hebrew Israelite coming week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America and the society. I want to start off giving all praise and glory and honor to YAHAWASHI, double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work, and a few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. And this gotta come at this video, man. Hey man, a lot of these females are gonna be put to death. See, the one who got her face messed up, hey man, hopefully she sincere, I put claim on her Lord willing. And hopefully she of one of the righteous, one of the women that's gonna follow the elect, and she a part of that 1/3, because she made perfect sense. But these demonic, wicked females, they don't want to take accountability at all, man. Hopefully this is a woman, on the right, and this demonic, wicked female, I hope she get put to death very harsh. A harsh judgment. She deserves a harsh judgment. She don't deserve nothing quick and easy. She deserves something slow and very, very painful, very painful. What she did, man, because she wicked. And they feel that these children belongs to them. It doesn't. It belongs to the Father. The children that you have belongs to the Father. Simple as that. It don't even belong to y'all. Of course, you the parent as well and all of that. We understand that. But it belongs to the Father. And you belongs to the Father. You belong to your husband. Simple as that, man. It's order. But you know what? This place is so out of order and so out of whack that you have wicked demonic females like this that would justify their wickedness and think nothing is wrong with it, and that it's just fine and okay to be wicked, out of order, and no judgment should come to them for this, But I'm gonna let some of this play. Just give me a second. I'm gonna let this play. Let me bring it back.
Agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Give me a second. Let me bring it back one more time. I gotta turn the volume back up. So lock you. Let me bring it back.
I'm not disagreeing with you either. I understand. You don't get to kill the baby just because their dad didn't want them. You can. Should we kill the kids in foster care? Why not? Why not? If that's the case. We should kill the kids in foster care that aren't wanted? Who's going to take care of them? If I don't want to have a baby, I should have the choice to. Just don't have sex then. Just don't have sex. That's not even logical. It is. Who are you, nasty? I sound dumb. You dumb as... Okay. It does, because even as teens, people explore, and it's like, as funny as you want to be, people should still have to think that your point of view is very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child. Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused. That's not the point. What I'm saying. That's really. And she just punched me in the face.
So, hopefully we'll see, because, but these, a lot of these females want to murder. They all about murder. That's why, man, they trapped. That's why, man, this scripture been coming out all week. This is Ecclesiastes 7:26. I find more bitter than death the woman who hearts is snares and nets, in her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High Power God should escape from her, but the sinner should be taken by her. And it just shows you, man, the dynamic of how a lot of these females think, right? First of all, even with that, they say, when you're a teenager, you still a child, which is bullcrap. You can still get pregnant. She talking about that, explore. First of all, if it was order, you wouldn't have to worry about your daughter or son just exploring. No, man, because it'll be set up orderly, man. You know, because a man can have more than one wife, but then you got these females hopping rod to rod because of wickedness. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 9. This is Ecclesiasticus 26:9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. Like a lot of these young females be haughty dressing, wearing the lashes and stuff. And who they learn that from? They damn mother, which proved that it ain't a father in the household, which proved that she didn't have a father. You could tell she didn't have a father. That's why she punched her. She was ready to attack. You know, she didn't want to take that accountability because, like she said it simple: just keep your legs closed. Oh, you sound dumb. That means you just can't keep your leg. You can't not hop to another ride. You just have to have another ride in you, and the scripture's gonna prove it, man. Which is completely out of freaking order, man. It's out of order. It's not right. You know, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her straightly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And you supposed to keep her straightly, so she don't abuse herself through overmuch liberty, giving them too much liberty. That's what your mother did, and that's why you a whore. You know, and then instead of just having a child, now that you got it, you want to murder it. You a murderer. They murderers, man. You know, it's just out of order, man. And then she said, murder the ones that's in foster care too, the ones that's already alive. You might as well just kill them all. That's exactly what she said. Just kill them all. Because they murderers, man. Hey, you Jakes need to wake up to the fact that these females are murderers. So yeah, man, like I was saying, you don't want her to get abused, to having too much liberty. She doing it, like I said, man, they learned that from their mothers. They don't have fathers, man. You know, that's why they have all this liberty to suck this ride, suck that ride, hop on this ride. Like I said, man, I'm about to be getting the scriptures coming up. Keep reading. It says, watch over an imputed eye and marvel not if she trespass against you. Then you got to marvel if these females don't trespass against you. They going to kill your child. And trust me, man, this is what these females do. It happened to me plenty times. These females murdered my children. They was pregnant and they murdered. Hey, it says the worst place to be at is in a so-called black female's womb. Because you're going to get put to death. Either you're going to get put to death, or they're going to be, if they ain't right, they're going to be drinking a whole lot of liquor, smoking a whole bunch of weed. You might come out with a disability. You know, they don't eat right. They eat bull crap, abominations all day. This is the stuff you're going to go through. This is why it's just good not to get these females pregnant, bro. I'm telling you, you saving yourself a headache. Because, you know, a lot of you Jakes, man, don't, that's what I was saying. You Jakes don't realize that they evil, man. Hey, man, our females are evil. They're not going to get right. And they're not looking to get right. Stop putting all your trust in the goddamn female, bro. They evil. Just simple as that. Verse 12. She would open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when she had found a fountain. And we already know what that means. And drink of every water near her. That's every man's resources, sperm, all of that. It goes into all of that, man. Sperm, resources. She basically draining a dude for everything. For her personal, for her wants. Her personal wants, not needs, wants. It's not because they don't look, these females don't never really care about what they need until it's time to need it. You know, when they really in that jam and they realize, man, I need this. You know, that's what they gonna realize when this stuff hit the fan. I need a man. They gonna realize they need a man. Right now, in their mind, they don't need a man. And let them keep thinking like that. What is the point of trying to convince somebody who say they don't need a man? What is the point of trying to convince her? There's no point. She already got her mind wrapped up and got her mind set on what she believes in. These females believe in their own bullcrap, their own wickedness, and they call it truth. I'm walking in my truth. Let them believe that then. Stop trying to change them. They're not going to change. You know, until the Most High destroy them. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver, which is her legs, against every arrows. And the arrows represent the man's rod, you know. You know, so hey man, this is what these females do, man. They're evil, man. They're wicked. They don't care. They murderers. You know, they're murderers. And if they do have the child, they're gonna use the child to oppress you. It don't matter what, unless you allow it to oppress you. So you got to be a man and not allow it. But this is Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. It says, oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy path. This is what these females do. They use the children to oppress you. They know you care about your children. And these females know that you care about your children, man. They know that. That's why they use it against you, so they can have power over you. They want to, and these females find any way in their power to still have power over you. They want to rule over your spirit. You know, that's what they want to do. They want to rule over you. They want to have the power over you. So what do you have to do? You have to allow that stuff and just let it go, man. If you can't get the child like you want, just let it go. Now, if it's in your spirit to go to the court systems and do what you got to do. If you able to get the child and eliminate her still, because once you get full custody, you could just eliminate her out anyway. But if it's in your power to do it, do it. If it's not, don't do it, man. Just let it go. The Lord got us. Keep faith, man. The Lord got us. That's all we could do is keep faith in YAHAWASHI. There's nothing really we can do. All we can do is trust in our Father and keep it pushing, man. Because this is the times we live in evil times, and the Lord is about to destroy these evil females anyway. You know, look what He gonna do to them. This is Ezekiel 9. Let me just get to the point, verse 5. And to the other, because we all understand we crying for the abomination. Matter of fact, I'll just read it, because we are crying for this stuff. We tired of this stuff. We are. This is Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the other he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So it ain't gonna be no pity on these females in that day, man. They're gonna get judged, and it is what it is. All right, they gotta get a heavy judgment. You know, that's just what it is. You know, they don't deserve any type of mercy. The ones that just wicked, they don't deserve it at all. They have to get dealt with for what they do. That's just cause you reap what you sow. Karma of what they want to call it. Whatever thing you got, you got to get paid back for the things you do. If you commit the crime, you got to do the time. That's as simple as that. It's no, oh, I commit the crime, but I still can get off for the crime. No, you got to serve your sentence, you know? And that's what the problem is. They think because judgment ain't happening to them right away, they could just continue getting away with this stuff. And then they do it. Especially these females. Because they don't believe in accountability. Accountability is like poison to them. As soon as you say accountability, they get sick and ready to die and roll over. You know, it's like throwing acid at them or something, man. Verse 6. It says, slay utterly old and young, both maids, which is females as well, and little children and women. So it mentioned these females twice in this scripture. Why? Because they got a heavy judgment that's need to come to them for this wickedness, for this out of orderness. You know, thinking that they could just continue doing all of the evil they want. You know, nothing is supposed to happen to them. Judgment ain't supposed to come down from them, but no, it's got to happen. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient man, which was before the house. Simple as that, man. So judgment got to come to them, and it's right. It has to happen. You know, you can't cry over spilled milk. You know when you spill a little milk it falls down. You can't cry over that. You gotta just keep going. You know, so you drip a little water out of a bucket. You're not gonna go try to get the water back up. Or if you spill a little water out your water bottle, you ain't gonna trip about it. I mean, nowadays people probably trip about it because, man, water is a little expensive nowadays. You want to get every drop out your bottle. But I'm just saying, you know, in reality, you're not gonna care. If you spill a little something, you're not gonna care. You're not gonna be trying to get it up. You know, it just is what it is. It's gone. It's spilled. That's just what it is. So when this judgment comes, we're not gonna worry about what happened to them. We don't care. You know, y'all should have listened. Y'all had every opportunity to listen, and y'all was at ease with it. Y'all was chilling. Y'all, and nothing wasn't happening. No judgment was going down. They thought they was in good case. You know, let me get that. This is Isaiah 32. And I got a couple more, then I'm closing. And 9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years should ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come." So a judgment is coming. You females are about to go through heavy judgment. A hyperinflation is coming. You know, they always talk about Chicago, this place. Look, man, everything is going up everywhere. Gas is going up everywhere. It don't matter where you at. Because, look, I was in Kansas City recently, and gas is like $2 and something. You know, $2 and what, 90, maybe sometimes you will see 88, or even maybe a little less than that. Maybe the less you'll probably see is 250, maybe. And they say that's high for them. They like, man, they like, you saying it's cheap, man, the gas high. They saying it's high. Why? And I'm saying it's cheap because I live in Chicago, of course. You know, but you got to understand the cost of living everywhere is different. So if they complaining about it being high there, you know, how much in other places? This is what I'm saying. It don't matter where you at. And that's the problem with these females. They so dumb and stupid. They don't do research on anything, you know. They just, I'm just glad I'm not there. It don't matter where you at. It don't matter where you at, man. I just don't get it, man. Females act so stupid and slow. Pay attention to economics. First of all, a lot of females, when I was in economics, because you know I was in economics in my class. We had to do that in high school. A lot of the females was not paying attention to that stuff. And then I was even the teacher who was teaching the bull crap. I had more common sense than all of them. I said trading and borrowing was better. That was more better than what we got now. You know what the teacher gonna tell me? She said, "No, I think this is better. You know, we gonna get our own dollars now." And I'm like, but it's not even real money. That's how I was looking. I'm like, it's not real money. If real money was that, why we just didn't stick to the trade and borrowing? It was better. It was easier. It was smarter. You know, everybody have enough for what they need, because if you got a few cows, you can trade off a few cows for this. Now they able to have cows because guess what? They can have babies. Now you got bringing in more. See, you can't tell these females nothing. I have more sense than them, man. It just made more sense to me. Like, why they not sticking by that system, but they going by this? You know? And they didn't care. They just look at it like, hey, we do it this way. When they was being trapped, because I started learning a lot of stuff about the Illuminati, all these things, and how wicked the government was, how we not supposed to even be getting taxed out of our checks. You know, you taxing our wages. That's not supposed to happen, man. You know? Verse 11, "Tremble ye women that are at ease, be trouble ye careless ones. Strap you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." So when this judgment come, hey, y'all gotta toughen up, because remember y'all said, right? I don't need a man. So we gonna see how well that's gonna do for you when this stuff hit the fan. I don't need a man. You know the ones who say that. I don't need a man. So remember that. Because the Lord remember what you said. Do y'all forget that the Most High listen to everything you say out your mouth? And you are held accountable for that. And you females are held accountable for what you say. Y'all think it's just something light. See, they think everything they do is light. Well, it wasn't that deep. Ooh, it's not light. It's not light, man. Matter of fact, let me get that. Every other word. See, the problem is, man, y'all think because judgment ain't happening, it's something small. It's not light. It's not light at all. This is Matthew 12. I'm starting at 35. A good man out of the good treasure of the heart, which is your mind, the Hebrew word law, bringeth forth good things. And an evil man out of the evil treasures bringeth forth evil things. And this is what y'all do. Y'all do evil things. Y'all say evil things and think nothing is supposed to happen. But I say unto you that every idle word that man should speak of, they should give an account thereof in the day of judgment. So, hey, if you saying righteous thing, the Lord gonna give you a reward for that, and it's gonna be a good reward. If you saying evil things and out of order, you're gonna get an evil reward. Simple as that. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. So simple as that. You're gonna get condemned for your words. So you females that's out here running around thinking it's so light, I ain't really say nothing, I'm blah, blah, blah. Please, nah, you got to get judged for your words. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Simple as that. So whatever you say, you bring it forth some death or some life. And guess what? You have to pay for what the hell you say. It's just simple. You can't just get away with what you do. It don't work like that. The Lord is a fair God. He's not going to just allow you to get away with things. You know, you just going to get away. You ain't being humble. You being proud as hell. The Lord hate pride too. You know? And matter of fact, before I get that, what I was going to get, I got to get this Proverbs 9 and 13. It says, a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. So you females know nothing. Y'all clamorous. Like she did. She punched her in the face because she was being clamorous, out of order. She didn't want to hear it. She felt some type of way because she got children. She got children that she really don't want. Or she do got children. And she also, I don't think she got children because she might have murdered all of them. She probably did a whole bunch of plan Bs, you know, murdered a lot of her children, took them to the chop block. So she's guilty, and she can't accept that she's guilty, and she knew she was wrong. In her spirit, she knew she was wrong, man. She knew she was freaking wrong. That's why she punched her in the face. Now, even the person who shared it, they was wicked, said I would have punched her in the face too, because they wicked. See, only a wicked person think like that, man. Only somebody that's wicked will think that's okay, you know, to chop your children up on the chop block, man. And then it's okay. It's not murder. Oh, they always make an excuse. Oh, they weren't fully developed. It's murder. It's no getting around it. You're not going to try to make it sound, because it's murdered. It's a child, regardless. Sperm is living. You're killing it. Simple. No matter if it's fully grown or not grown. You are killing it. Damn, man. Like, what part that you don't understand? Well, you're not killing it. You're murdering it. You're putting it to death without a cause. You don't have a cause to put it to death. You're a murderer. Kill is righteous act. But you're a murderer, man. You females are murderers. And you trying to make it sound okay to murder. And she said you should murder the ones in the foster child ones, the ones that's already living. You might as well just murder them all. That's exactly what she said. Yeah, because if you don't want them, You don't want them. I ain't taking it. You know, that just shows you how prideful and selfish these females are, man. They selfish. They're wicked. They don't care about nobody else but themselves. They're like children. They don't know how to be adults anymore. They lost that ability. It's gone. This is why we have to get the hell up out of this place, man. Because if we continue here, we will all die. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. For the Most High power of God shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. And a lot of people works is all coming into judgment. You better hope you got good works, because that judgment is coming, and it's scary. It is. It's scary, man. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to be put to death by the hands of the Lord. If I die, I hope I die for the Lord. Simple as that. YAHAWASHI, and I'm hoping. But I don't want to be judged by the hand of the Lord. I don't want to die by the Most High. I don't want to be a wicked and evil servant. I don't want that. I don't want that on my name in the kingdom of heaven. I don't want that, man. I want to be known as a righteous man in the kingdom of heaven. And a lot of these females don't even think about that, man. They don't care about their name being marked as good in the kingdom of heaven. It says that a good name is it's like a strong tower, man. You got to have a good name, man. You don't want no stain on your name, no stain on your honor. And these females don't care. They don't care until it happens. That's when they're going to care, until it happens. When it happens, then now they care about the stain being on their name. No, you should have cared about that from the get-go. You should have been trying to be righteous from the get-go. This is... Man, this is crazy, man. We got to get the hell up out of here, man. We got to get the hell up out of here. And they're going to see, man, when this judgment happens. And you simps that agree with this, you're going to be destroyed. Like, I hate you simps. Y'all the reason why a lot of these females are the way they are now. And they don't take accountability, man, for their actions. They get away with murder. They literally murder, man, and think it's okay. But it's all good. The Lord going to chop them up on a chop block. Hey, man, don't be surprised if she get... Yeah, that's what I was going to get anyway. She get gang bang, and they put her on a chopping block, bro. They just chopping her up, cutting her up bits by pieces, man. Don't be surprised, bro. Don't. You know, the Lord going to punish them, man. Matter of fact, this is Isaiah 13 and 9. I'm going to start at 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and furious anger, to lay the land desolate. So a lot of judgment is coming, man. A lot of it, man. He gonna lay this land desolate, you know. And he should destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So the Lord said He gonna destroy sinners. Oh, they always say, oh, He don't know that. Oh, they try to use. No, the Lord said He gonna destroy sinners, man. So you sinners are going to get destroyed, man. For the stars of heaven, which is the chosen, the elect, or well, which is all Israel, but the elect mainly. You know, the consolation thereof should not give their light. The sun shall be darkened, and the heavens going forth. And it says, and the moon should not cause her light to shine, you know. Oh, well, Shalakia, that stars of heaven, just talk about this covering everything, because it's going to be gross darkness everywhere. Shalakia. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wickedness for their iniquity, because it does, in Genesis, it talk about the stars of heaven being the elect, well, mainly the elect, but all Israel. You know, sometimes when you see stars of heaven, I just got tweaked up on it. But that's really just talking about everything just being darkened, man. Because there's going to be a lot of darkness out here. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquities. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And that's what I'm saying. That pride, man. They very prideful here, man. Very prideful. You know. It says, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Exactly, man. So all these people that's very haughty and proud, walking around like nothing, like they mess don't stink. A heavy judgment is coming. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedges of Ophir. So the Lord gonna make a man more precious than fine gold. Simple as that. We're gonna be. This is when they gonna realize they need a man, and it's gonna be too late. Therefore will I shake the heavens, and the earth shall not remove out of her place, and the wrath of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his furious anger. A lot of judgment. Simple as that. And the heavens is gonna shake. Everything gonna shake. This whole earth gonna rock like a drunkard to and fro. And it shall be as a chase roe, as a sheep no man taketh up. Because when the missiles smack this place, it's gonna get, hey, it's over with. America will be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Simple as that, man. In the midst of World War III. They should every man turn to his own people and flee everyone to his own land. And that's happening. A lot of these people have left. Even a guy I used to buy from up here at East Indian, I told him, man, you might as well just go ahead and leave and get up out of here, man. He ended up leaving. He not here no more. He left. He went back to his homeland. He said, forget this. There wasn't no more money. He started seeing that. I said, man, this place about to be destroyed. And he left. The only people who really paying attention to these heathens, they see what the hell going on. They seeing that money is failing. They're like, man, we got to get up out of here. It's time to go. And it says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. And a lot of these females are joined into these Edomites, into their system. They join into this place. That a lot of them gonna take the MOTB. That also could be referenced at them taking the MOTB, because they joining themselves into this system by taking the MOTB, the microchip. You know, that MARK, you know, they putting it in them, man. That microchip, that RFID chip, simple as that, man. A radio frequency identification chip, man. Simple as that, man. It's gonna have everything on it, your info, and all of that. Simple. Excuse me. And it says, keep going. Their children also should be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses should be spoiled and their wives ravished. A lot of ravishing is coming to you females, bro. A lot of ravishing is coming. Y'all gonna get ravished out here. Y'all gonna get destroyed in a real way. You know, I got my man Aaron the plumber. In a real way. Y'all gonna get destroyed in a real way. And like my man Aaron the plumber said, if you can't follow it, if you can't follow instruction, you leading yourself to self-destruction. Man, that was the best line out of her. Hey, man, he be saying some raw stuff sometimes. He said, if you can't take instruction, you gonna lead yourself to, you on your way to self-destruction. They are. If they can't follow instruction, they on their way to self-destruction, man. They're gonna get destroyed. They don't want to listen. They're hard-headed. They think it's okay to be a whore. When the scripture says a harlot should be caught at a spittle. But you know what? Let me close it up with these two scriptures, man. It says, this is Ecclesiasticus 25 and 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, which is your mind, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Why the Lord say that? Because they don't want to take accountability. They'll kill their own children. They do all of that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna end it with the Deuteronomy, because that it gonna go into the whole part of the video anyway. They harden against their young ones. All of that. They don't care. They put them to death. It's females putting their children in the oven and making them a souffle, man. Barbecuing them up, man. Oven child. They baking their children, man, like some baked chicken. Like, come on, man. I'm skipping to verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, lest the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Simple as that. That's self-explanatory. You don't really have to break that down. You ain't got to break that down. It's like, come on, man. It's self-explaining. It lets you know right there. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of these females. Every wickedness on the planet is little to them, man. But they wicked. They are more out of order, and they're more prone to Satan. They follow Satan. They don't follow the Most High. And when have these females followed the Most High? Think about that, man. Really think about that and ask yourself that. When have they followed the Most High? And that was right on point. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 56. The tender and delicate woman amongst you, which will not venture to set the sole of her feet upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes should be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter, and towards her young one that come from between her feet, and towards her children which she should bear. Simple as that. They're going to put them to death, put them on the chop block. They don't care, man. They're going to put them to death. They're going to take that plan B. They going if the plan B didn't work, they're going to the doctor. They're going to chop them up. Simple. They're wicked. Stop putting faith into these demonic females, bro. You know, for she should eat them for once of all things secretly. And this is showing you that they don't take accountability still. They're going to eat them secretly. And the siege, which is martial law is coming, and the siege is coming. And straightness, wherein thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. Simple as that, man. So these females, bro, they're going to put a lot of people to death, man. A lot of children are going to be put to death. They're going to eat them, man. These females are about to get buck wild out here. They already shooting at people. They don't care. They wilding out more on the internet than anything. They always want to fight. They always feel entitled. They can't take accountability. And look, bro, they just wilding. They out of order because of whoredoms. That's why it says not to prostitute your daughter, because the whole land will be full of wickedness. This is in Leviticus. Look it up. Everything is into wickedness now because of Jake, man. Jake prostituted a lot of these females too, being pimps. Don't forget about these niggas being pimps. I'm a pimp. It was out of order. They was allowing these females to sleep with other men. That's whoredoms. That's you being teaching her to be a whore. And that's completely out of order. It says that you should put yourself to death. You doing that, man. You know? So I ain't gonna go on too much longer. The point is made. With that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that are sincerely doing this work. And a few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. Keep pushing and doing the work. Shalom, Barak, Thumb, and a Ball.